older than me. She has an associate's and a bachelor's degree, but I am the first person in my family with advanced degrees. And my Uncle Jerry has a bachelor's degree and a JD in law. And so to pass him, it was like, oh, how? You can't read. How are you going to pass Uncle Jerry? You don't have the ability to achieve those goals. You from Glendale, between 12 and 14. You're single parent. Families are your parents were alcoholics and druggies. How are you going to be able to do that? And you coming from basically the west side, the hood on the west side. So feeling like you won't be able to achieve your goals. How are you going to get into Cass Tech? And how are you going to get to college? How are you going to become a military police officer when they make up 3% of the officer corps in the United States Army? How you going to do that? You just little old Dee. Well, I did it. Procrastination. So feeling like you won't be able to achieve your goals will cause you to have a fear of failure. The next one, procrastinating to the point that it affects your performance and ability to finish on time. So procrastination is the enemy is one of the 74 principles of real leadership. So to combat that fear, you do it now, immediately. Additionally, finish on time. Finish what you start is one of the 74 principles of real leadership. If you start it, finish it. That's the reason why my daughter didn't go to college, although she received an academic scholarship, a full ride. She knew if she started college, that she was going to have to finish it because we finish what we start. So now if you do it now and you finish what you start, you've combated the fear of failure. The next one is telling people that you will probably be bad so that expectations remain low. Well, if I do it, I'm not going to really be that good at it anyway. So why would I do it? If I'm going to be at the bottom, then, it really does. There's so many more people that can do it better than me. I'm not going to be able to do it. So then you don't start. Another freaking excuse, which is a reason wrapped up in excuse, which goes back to avoidance, which I just mentioned a couple minutes ago. So telling people that you will probably fail so that expectations remain low is yet another one. Additionally, underestimating your own abilities to avoid feeling let down. So then you underestimate, well, there's so many more competent people than me. And now if you don't succeed, then you have already prepared yourself and everybody else that there are more people ahead of you. I haven't told this story in a minute. I graduated my freshman class at Cass Tech High School, one of the largest classes in the history of the school. We had over 1,400 freshmen, and the school had 4,000 students. We graduated 602 freshmen. That means over 800 people did not make it from that freshman year to that senior year. Now, of that 602, guess what yours truly shook out? 346. I was number 346. And if you run the numbers, 346 is in the bottom half of the class. I'm at the bottom half of the class, okay? 6 of us now have doctorates. I'm one of the 6. So you run them numbers. 346 out of 602, and now 6 of us have doctorates. Nobody wasn't looking at that class and saying, doop, 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 doop. That one right there, all the way in the bottom 50%, that's the one that's going to be a doctor too. No National Honor Society. I graduated, I skated by on a 3.02 with an ROTC scholarship. So no. But I was not about to let myself down. So they might not have known, but I knew that I could be a bad mofo too. All right. Worrying that imperfections or shortcomings will make other people think less of you. My pleasure. So worrying that imperfections or shortcomings will make other people think less of you. Kevin just watched one of my earlier live videos yesterday or the day before yesterday when I was figuring things out to include how to handle trolls. That dog don't hunt over here no more. I didn't let that stop me. Today is day 461 of me going live every single day. I did not let the fact that at the time I started going live on TikTok, I forgot how many thousands of followers I had. It's gone up slightly. I didn't let the fact that I didn't know what I was doing, that I was a micro influencer and macro influencer said go live as much as you can and ignore the trolls. I didn't have an agenda. I didn't have a set time. I didn't have a topic other than my normal topics, but it was nowhere near as organized as it is now and as coherent as it is now. And I actually didn't stop. I didn't let what could have been considered a shortcoming or what people were going to think. Oh my goodness, what are they going to think? Even now, as I'm a novice in studying the brain, only been at this a couple months, I'm not letting that stop me. because I know a lot. I've learned a lot since October 1st about the brain, probably more than people who have been studying for a long time, because I can tell you what part it is and how to use it in order for you to become your best.